maybe it hasn't been madness as usual this 2024 NCAA tournament, but man, do we have some great Sweet 16 games. Some games that are honestly Final Four caliber that we're getting here in the third round of the tournament. I'm excited. I'm going to get into my picks. I'm DaRock, the host of Layup Lines, the college basketball betting show here for Bandwagon Sports. So let's get into my picks. But one quick editor's note, I'm recording this intro after I originally recorded the video. I realized I hit stream instead of record, so it made the internet all choppy and my audio and video might not align. So my apologies for that, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Thursday's Sweet 16 games. So rather than going in order of the how they appear, I'm going to go in order of the bracket. So starting off in the East region, the first game at 7:30 Eastern on TBS on Thursday, we have the UConn Huskies, the defending national champions. They take on the team they beat in the national title game last year, the San Diego State Aztecs. UConn is an 11.5-point favorite in this one. They won their last game against Northwestern 75-58 in the round of 32. They dominated Stetson in the first round. UConn has just been a wagon. It's been 8 straight tournament wins now here after being the national champion last year, number 1 overall seed. And like I said, they're playing the team that they beat in the national title game last year. San Diego State Aztecs blew out Yale on Sunday night, 85-57. But they had a close one against UAB in the first round, only winning 69-65. Jalen Ledie's been the big player here for the Aztecs in these first 2 games. He scored 32 points against Yale and 26 against UAB. Sorry, I might have had that mixed up. But I think just the Huskies are too dominant. They have too many bigs, in Klingon and Caravan that can stop San Diego State. San Diego State was better last year when they made the national title game. This UConn team's just so deep. While 11.5 is a big number, honestly, just how dominant UConn's been in all their tournament games, I think I'm going to play it. I like the Huskies to win for sure, and I could see them winning by that big number. And then the other game in the East region, this might be my favorite game of the whole round. At least it's up there for me for sure. Illinois, the 3 seed, is a 1.5-point underdog to Iowa State, the 2 seed. This game will be at 9:09 on TBS, or a half hour after the previous game finishes. Great games here in the East region. Should be good ones. So, Iowa State, they won 67-56 in their round of 32 game against Washington State. They're led by Lipsey with 15 points, going 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Curtis Joseph also had a really good game for the Cyclones, scoring 14 points, going 3 of 5 from beyond the arc, coming off the bench. So, Lipsey and Gilbert, really solid backcourt. But if Curtis Jones can have some big shots for the Cyclones, that could be big for him too. Illinois, they're led, I've been talking about all time. Terrence Shannon, 30 points in a 89-63 win over Duquesne in the round of 32 for the Fighting Illini. Him and Marcus Damask, great players. And also some guys I got to show some love to. Coleman Hawkins has been playing really well for the Illini in the tournament. And Dane Danger, it's been Danger time coming off the bench. He's had some really good games. Illinois also won pretty handily against Morehead State their first game. So they've been playing well, had some big wins, and I like this match because it's a clash of styles. Iowa State a more defensive team, Illinois a more offensive team. Who will prevail? Iowa State, we saw it last game. Taymon Limpsey's hitting shots, Chris Joseph come off bench hitting shots. If Iowa State can shoot the 3 and stay in the game, I could see him taking it. But I kind of Illinois has been playing really dominant as well lately. Like I said, maybe against some lesser competition, Morehead and Duquesne, but I think they're the one underdog I might lean on taking. Like I said, they're 1.5-point underdogs, and I think I'm going to take it. So I'm going to go Illinois and UConn as my winners there in the East region. Then moving on to the South. Once again, the 1 seed is the late game at 9:39 on CBS. North Carolina, they're a 4.5-point favorite against the Alabama Crimson Tide. 1 versus 4, chalk here. Alabama, they've been led by Marcus Sears. He scored 26 points and 30 points in their first round game, then 26 against Grand Canyon, also with 12 rebounds. He's kind of led the way from them. Yeah, that Grand Canyon game was crazy. Very chaotic game. Grand Canyon took some leads, but they blew it. Alabama found a way to come back and win 72-61. North Carolina, on the other hand, they blew out Michigan State. It was close for a little bit at first. Michigan State got off to a good start, but the Tar Heels just dominated. 85-69 win. Harrison Ingram, 17 points, including 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. Armando Bacot had 18 points, really solid game for him, and RJ Davis as well, 20 points, leading scorer for the Tar Heels. So should be a really good guard matchup in this game between RJ Davis and Mark Sears, two best players on the floor. But if Armando Bacot, Harrison Ingram, Cormac Ryan, Elliot Kiddo, they've been having really good, playing well too for the Tar Heels. I think Tar Heels are just a little bit deeper. I think they're going to take this one over Alabama, so I like them to cover that 4.5. And then the final game here of the Sweet 16 on Thursday. It's actually the first game of the day, 7:09 on CBS. Arizona is a 7.5-point favorites over Clemson. So I don't think I mentioned both these West Region games are going to be at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Clemson with a nice 72-64 win over Baylor. Honestly, that was really the only upset on Sunday. Clemson, the 6 seed, knocking off the 3 seed Baylor. A lot of people have been hating on this Clemson team, different shows I'm listening to. They've ruled Clemson as this one team here in the Sweet 16, really, for sure, that they're not winning the whole thing. So, there's a lot of hate on the ACC this year. Maybe the Tigers, will they rise to the occasion, get an all-ACC final? Like I said, Ian Shefflin's been playing really well. Joe Girard's knocking him down from behind the arc. And Chase Hunter was actually the leader in both games for the Tigers here, scoring-wise. 20 points in both games. I think he had more than 20. I forget. I didn't write it down in the first game. Joe Girard, not Joe Girard. PJ Hall's also really solid big. But for Arizona, 78-68 win against Dayton. Dayton made it a game. Arizona jumped out on them early, but Dayton made it a game. Omar Ballo is really solid. Him and PJ Hall could be going at it. Really good matchup. But then Keyshawn Johnson and Pele Larson really helped out Caleb Love there in the backcourt. What I really like about this game is, both teams kind of take and make the three. We could be in for a high-scoring one here, but I do think Arizona is the better team. They've covered that 7.5 points in both their games so far this year, or in the tournament. My apologies. So I'm going chalk in the West. I think we got 1-2 Arizona versus North Carolina. Should be a really good matchup. Caleb Love versus his old school. That's what I predicted here before the tournament. I think that's what we're going to get. So I'm going to go with Arizona to win and cover that 7.5. So that's going to wrap it up here for my predictions for Thursday's games. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been enjoying these videos, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the Bandwagon Sports YouTube channel. My apologies that I didn't have really a recap like I originally was hoping to for the first and second round, but I was traveling this weekend, a bit of a busy weekend, but I'm going to do it this week. Like I said, so we have this video here for Thursday's picks dropping today. Tomorrow will be the picks for Friday's games, and then after the games on both Thursday and Friday, I'm going to do a quick little recap video and then give my predictions for the Elite 8 matchups. So that's, like I said, make sure to hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, like the video if you guys are enjoying, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.